Hey, we made this.
I think they sound shit.
There's nothing actually per se wrong with them. They're just not up to your standards, Dave.
They, for 40 quid, they fucking should be up to my standards.
Oh, fuck me, really?
Yeah.
Unlucky. That's why I always get the cheap $4.99 headphones from HMV.
I get the 20 quid Bluetooth ones. They're actually alright, to be fair. Yeah. They do a decent job.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
The ones I get are made by Jabra, who it's kind of like reduced to clear bargain sale HMV sort of material.
Yeah.
Were 150, now 30.
Yeah, that's what I got Amy for Christmas.
Yeah. No one's ever sold them at 150 sort of thing.
What you mean at a discounted price?
No,
if you're listening, Amy.
The full price, obviously. No, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Well, I think you'd rather that you had got the bargain instead of wasting money like that.
Yeah. Clever, Rob. Clever and thoughtful, yeah.
And
Thank
prudent.
you. Thank you, yes.
But I banged them cans on my head and I thought, oh no, that's good. That's real good. And then after 3 years, they just fucking fell apart on my head. And then...
You have got a strong head.
I have got a strong...
Was it like those plasticky type things? Cause,
Yeah, they got like folding things.
yeah,
and the
because
things went-
I had a pair of headphones that just basically exploded on
Straight-
you.
So, Rob, what's going on this week?
Right, I'm going in. Welcome back to the CineMortuary podcast. Our fortnightly... Oh shit, I've got a bag behind me.
You're doing even worse.
Our fortnightly digest of reboots, remakes, sequels of the horror variety.
Mate, don't. Come
Take
on now.
that. Take that. This week, it's my turn in the chair. And it is Slumber Party Massacre 2, the 1987 classique.
I was born that year.
Yeah, man, so were you, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Joined by, as always, Chris Wilson. How are you?
Hello. Yeah, doing alright.
Good, good.
Yeah.
And Dave Walker, crunching away. You all right?
Alright.
Oh, great, mate.
Is that a combination of What's-Its, Doritos, and...
Monster Munch?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Walker's mix-up, mate. Just grow a handful from over there.
Chuckers and Monster Munch. What flavour are they? Which ones?
I've got,
Looking spicy,
I've got peanuts in.
That's one to Willy.
Well, I'll try one and find out.
Oh, thanks, Emmett.
He needs to check the packaging because he's got allergies.
The
The packaging really quietly.
We're still in a preamble.
No, we're in now.
Oh, no, I
This is
can't
it.
actually have it. There's a manufacturer also handles nuts.
Well,
when it gets
well.
specific like that, don't really want to touch them.
No.
Cooked it then.
Oh, well, in the bin we go.
Don't, mate. She'll fucking haunt you.
Yeah. I didn't push any of the crisps, I promise.
So this week, lads, it's Slumber Party Massacre 2.
It is.
Are either of you familiar with the Slumber Party Massacre franchise at all?
No, I keep getting it confused with Sleepaway Camp.
A common thing I did for years until I watched Sleepaway Camp film, thinking it was Slumber Party Massacre, and it wasn't.
Are they even vaguely alike? Because this is a very unique, shall we say, set of parameters to match.
Yeah, no, they're not really. It's just the titles, I think, that are quite confusing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this comes to us. The original was made in 1982, so it's a bit of a gap, a wee gap. Have either of you indulged in the first film at all at any point?
No, I've not.
Right, it's fucking terrible.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Number 2 is basically Citizen Kane in comparison to the first one.
Okay.
So essentially, they're the same film, but the first one doesn't have any of the madcap fun in it.
Right.
So
Okay.
the first one is just a boring. It's not the same killer. It's a different killer. It's an old dude. It's never explained why there's two different killers.
But in this one, they mention that he's the killer from the first one, don't they?
It's not though, mate. It's not though.
Alright, fair. Okay.
It's not though. It's an old guy in the first one.
Unless it's a different manifestation of her mind, maybe?
Well, we'll get to that later, won't we?
Okay,
But that is implied. So yeah, it's kind of the link between the two is that our final girl in brackets in the second one is the younger sister of the final girl from the first one. That's
right.
literally the only connection between the two.
Okay.
This comes to us from the same production company as Carnosaur and Dino Crocodile.
Oh! Carnosaur's fucking bang on, mate. This is infinitely better than Carnosaur, though.
Yeah.
Carnosaur 2, not entirely sure. Carnosaur 3, yes, better.
Future episode, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about Dino Croc? What are your thoughts on that?
I've not seen Dino Croc.
Sounds like we should watch it at some point.
Is this all Roger Corman stuff, then?
It's one of the Roger Corman subsidiary. He's going to shove a little bit of money out the way away from the tax
one
companies.
of the many tax arms of...
one of the offshore production companies of Roger Corman.
One of Roger Corman's Richard Bachmans, so to speak.
Exactly. Exactly that. So... yeah, we find ourselves well and truly in the 80s shit bin here.
Yep.
So that's kind of, I guess, the context. The reason for picking it was just out of pure curiosity, because this is a film that's developed...
Have you seen it before?
No. It's developed a bit of a cult following online, which I'm sure you can understand why, having watched it. It is what it is.
It was infinitely more interesting than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was a bit worried when I picked it.
Yeah.
Because, the redemption arc hasn't...
for fuck's sake, not this again.
has had its moments of struggle and turmoil.
Has it?
Well, yeah.
Turmoil, maybe.
Tremors 3, you didn't enjoy, did you?
No.
So, there we go.
This fucking redemption arc, when will it end?
Hopefully soon. I mean...
Every hero must falter, Chris, before redemption.
I'm just hoping the redemption will come soon.
You've got to be a hero first, so aren't you?
True. Fucking true, though. Yeah. Very true. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been trying harder. I've been trying to be better. It's not always worked.
I had an alright time this week.
Well, you didn't mind the Hills of Ice, though, did you, Wilson?
Oh, yeah, I've got to give you that.
Thank
Fine.
You.
Okay.
Thank you.
Redemption arc over. No more redemption arc. That is it. We're done.
Well, you want me to go back to the dross level of the Exorcist 2, dear Wilson? Is that your preference?
I forgive you, but not that much.
So, I might as well just dive in, really, I think.
And dive in is right.
Yeah.
In that, if I may say so from the get-go, the first bit spoils the rest of the film for me.
Oh, man.
Because I thought... when I first saw it, I thought, okay, this is a recap of the first film. It's not. It's a montage of everything that's about to happen. And by everything, I mean basically everything. Yeah. No, it is. It's weird. And it's intercut as well. Like, some of it is stuff from the first film.
Right.
Like, there's tiny little glimpses of, basically, reactions of her older sister from the first film.
Yeah.
But for some reason intercut with stuff from this one.
So, I mean, we see her sister a lot in we assume it's a mental institution. Is that from the first film? Yeah, so basically the first film ends like every other slasher film ever, where she's killed the baddie and she's just, crying, waiting for the police to get there. So the mental institute side of it has happened between the two films.
Okay, is it the same actress?
No, it's not the same actress. I mean,
been a few years between the two.
Yeah, there's a few years between the two. But she's obviously only very briefly glimpsed in that kind of opening, opening sequence. Immediately, I got on board with the laugh factor when we get the vision of the semi-naked football player. And all the little romantic kind of, like, she's clearly having a bit of a...
funny as fuck.
A girly fantasy dream, and then it devolves into, like, hands in hamburgers.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, fucking hell, what the fuck? So, our main character is Courtney Bates. So it did there.
Very good.
Yeah.
Not the first time I'm going to do that laugh.
Who... as I say, is the younger sister of Valerie from the first film. And it's, as I say, quickly explained away that she's out of the picture, she's in the mental institution. And then we cut immediately to, after the weird sex/murder dream, to Courtney walking to school, which hits me with 80s/film cliche number 1, and that is, thou shalt only use the exact same suburban street from Halloween for anyone taking a journey to school.
Absolutely.
Yep, definitely.
Going down Haddonfield Avenue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sees a dead bird at random.
Top end.
From the dream.
From the dream, yeah.
Real dead bird that apparently had been frozen.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been on the trivia on IMDb?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice.
So, what goes through someone's mind when they think, there's a dead bird there, better freeze it just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, in all fairness to whoever did it, they did know, but weird thought pattern.
Weird thought pattern, and the bird's there to kind of like let us know early on that her dreams become her reality.
Her dreams become her reality.
Yes! Mark that.
Mark it.
Mark it. There's plenty you can do with that in post, Dave, I'm sure.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
Get a bit of 80s synth over it.
Dead bird.
Thought we were going to have to put some change in Dave then to get him like back up to full working order. Reboot. Everything's very 80s. We've got a lot of perms flying around here. A lot of shoulder pads flying around here.
It looks a lot older than it is, though.
I know, mate.
I thought we were talking 82 territory with this one.
Yeah.
What year was this? 88?
87,
87.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Considering we're only 3 years away from the, hinterland of the 90s.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. So we sort of like, typically with any film of this ilk, we get the bullshit and the intros out of the way in about 2 minutes. So we're getting a bit of info thrown at us here. The next person we meet is the dream hunk, who is Matt.
A man devoid of any traps.
Yeah. And
Weak
indeed,
man.
and any ability to act at all. It's like they pulled Matt off the street, haven't they? Do you want to do a film, mate?
Yeah, vacant stare. I find it... There's one thing I've noted every time she kind of meets him, and it's a really interesting choice. Whenever we're looking at her in the conversation, it's over his shoulder. Whenever we're looking at him in the conversation, it's completely point of view, and he's looking straight down the barrel.
Yeah.
Very nice. There's some really interesting camera work going on.
Yeah. Don't know if it's all deliberate, but...
I think it is, because there's a lot of people looking straight down the barrel.
Yeah.
And that's one of the first things that you have to accept whether you're going to do it or not.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? It's up there with taking the lens cap off. But then again, it is Roger Corman's house, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's kind of... I think it may be... I'm going to throw a shocker out here for the listeners. Shocker. But a lot of the acting's not very good in this film.
Hey, ooh.
You kidding?
Yeah.
Back up.
And
Spicy Robbie.
I think it's partly because of this, like, looking down the barrel of the camera. That you can tell they're nervous. Like, I mean, I've been told to do this, but are you fucking sure, mate?
Yeah,
You're absolutely sure.
Yeah, I can see that, in all fairness, because there are little glimpses where they seem quite competent, but there's other times it's just like...
I mean, there's two people in this film that are from the Friday the 13th franchise, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Everyone else is either an ex-model, an ex-Playboy girl, or just fucking Roger Corman's niece. You know what I mean?
Basically, yeah.
There's a lot of people in here that have just got this film and maybe someone else they had a pop at a year later, and that's fucking it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. Some casting's a bit weird as well, because like Matt looks like a 30-year-old stockbroker.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. He doesn't look like much of a jock, does he?
No.
And he is a bit of a fucking wet lettuce as well. Like, as soon as you meet him, you think, you have been quite badly miscast here, my friend, because you clearly should be the nerd or the nice guy.
Yeah, he looks, one might say, soft. He's a bit on the soft side.
He is a little
He's
bit.
a bit memory foam, isn't he?
He's ponge.
Yeah.
He's like, like, we are, well, you're not currently, Dave, but I'm sure you will be in the future. We are all people who have cats. And you know cats where, like, they have, like, the back hip bit.
The haunch.
The haunch,
yeah.
That's like what he's like the human version of that. He's like a little bit saggy, and it doesn't quite fit with the rest of the animal.
Yeah. He's fine when he's walking, but then he sits down and you're like, oh, goodness.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. When he's turned into a chicken when he sits down.
You've not quite come together as a whole piece, have you, my friend? You get it later with the two fucking Dick and Dom guys that turn up.
Yes.
One of them's kind of like, he's supposed to be the leather jacket smoking hunk,
yeah.
but he actually looks a bit like Penfold from Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
And then you got his fucking mate with him in just a polo shirt. And it's like, who are you meant to be?
Mate.
You're like the bad boys that get the shit kicked out of you still.
I think they're the camera assistants on the film, and they've just been because like
oi grip, not doing anything.
Because I like all the departments I work with professionally.
Yes,
but the camera team have something of a reputation sometimes for being a little bit more artsy.
Yes,
and
wanky maybe.
Well, you might say that, Dave. Yeah. You might say that. I couldn't possibly. Yeah, but yeah. If you like. I'm
saying is that Sam was at speed 45 minutes ago and I'm on your dime, friend. Could I just possibly get another light, please? And then they fucking fly another light in from Zimbabwe by a fucking airlift. And then it gets to 5:05 and you're like, can I have 1 minute for room tone, please? And then they all fucking drop their pants and start crying about it. Fuck camera department. Carry on, Rob.
Yeah, so basically it's just like two camera lads have been given slightly ill-fitting costumes and have to play them too. But we'll get to them properly when we get there. The next thing we're introduced to is something that I particularly want to get your thoughts on, Dave, and that is Courtneys Band.
We're practicing with our band. Courtney's in it with me, Sheila Barrington, and Sally Burns. You should come over. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Try to make it.
My garage, 4 o'clock.
Bye.
Bye.
See, I told you he liked you. You know, you haven't gone with anybody since junior high.
I know. I'm just kind of shy. Yeah,
I know. Well, we'll invite him up to Sheila's dad's place this weekend.
Well, I haven't asked my mom, so I really don't know if I can go.
You have to go.
I know.
Never satisfied, now I know where my boundaries lie. Most of the ground that I have gained, do not push aside, 'cause I'm not one who says if only. There are things I'll never do, and I accept the facts. And there are things I'll never see, and I can understand. There are risks I never got, and I can live with that. But I can't live without him. If only I had him, my life would be better. If only you knew they would be together.
Sheila and the Pussycats, basically.
Yeah.
I'd go watch that.
They are...
If only I had him, I'd feel so much better. If only you knew way on the
pretty tight, actually, aren't they? They're doing a little...
They're bang average music, to be honest.
Yeah.
Classic garage practice scenario.
Yes.
But with that studio sheen to what they're playing.
Yeah, and none of the band members are looking at each other confused. Now, I'll tell you, even after playing with Big Tom Drury for 5 years on the trot and just doing like the same 5 songs in rotation, pretty much every 30 seconds we'd look at each other like, what? What's going on? What? No.
No, that's not what I thought it was going to be.
Just do it anyway, it's fine. It's unnecessarily polished.
It is, yeah. And although they all seem like they know how to play the instruments, apart from maybe the drummer.
Yeah, well,
drummer's the only one that's hitting the beats, I think. Everyone else is kind of... I'm watching the fingers because I do that. I'm like...
she's holding the sticks wrong, though, that drummer. I did know that.
She didn't twirl them, though.
No, but she's holding them in a grip. In a very stiff grip.
Yeah. But she's no Meg White.
No, she isn't. Well, actually, she's probably about as good as Meg White, isn't she?
Shocker! Yeah, I think it's a nice, tidy little band. We were just slightly weirded out by the drummer because she looks like she's one of their mums.
Yes. Yeah. And somebody's watched far too much MTV in the prep of this film, haven't they?
Yeah.
What's hip on the new MTV?
And what can consume 3.5 minutes of our film's runtime? I give you the Pussycats.
Yes. But yeah, they're very 80s, aren't they? Very, very 80s. And I think it goes back to what you said earlier about it feeling like it's earlier from that decade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I think stuff like that is a reason.
You half expect them to break out girls just want to have fun at any minute.
Yes, mate, yeah.
And that was, 83, 84?
Yeah. feels like they need dry ice.
Yes, and lasers.
Lasers, yeah.
Everything needs lasers.
Yeah. No one's on synth either. That's a bit of a letdown.
No one there's synth in the music as well.
Yeah.
No one's on keytar either. What the fuck, it's the 80s.
That is awful.
There's got to be a keytar somewhere.
Yeah, it's a
Wrong.
disgrace in a way that there isn't, to be fair.
Sort it out, film.
Yeah. So then Matt tips up
Yep.
and does the...
Just smiles down the barrel for half an hour.
It's the best thing about this little sequence with him is he's like drives up the drive and he's bobbing his head like a weeble, and then he gets out the car and then sits on the bonnet in like the sort of like 80s bonnet pose.
Yeah.
Like bobs along completely out of rhythm to the music.
Absolutely.
And he's just stood there looking fucking gormless.
In my notes, it's so memorable. I've already started calling him Mike. So,
Yeah, well, if close enough.
yeah.
Might as well be, mightn't he?
Yeah, I'd say this is how good this character is. I mean, bloody hell.
I mean, they're both M's, you've done alright.
Well, yeah.
Close
1 out of
enough.
4 is not bad.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. It's 25% return, that,
Yeah.
mate.
So we get Matt, I think it's Matt, yeah, and Courtney, they go to one side, they start talking because inevitably they're going to rummage, or are they?
Yeah. Well, there'll be at least an attempt at rummaging later, won't there?
That'll be a good shot at it, at least, yeah. It's a bit hard when you've got a wet blanket involved. And when they kiss, I notice the lighting goes a bit weird.
Yeah.
In that there's a massive fucking spotlight straight for Revenge of the Creature in there.
Yeah.
What happened?
Top that off with just randomly every now and again everything goes hazy and out of focus.
Yeah.
For no reason.
It's because all the camera boys are acting, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's pulling the focus, Dave. Nobody's watching the monitors because everybody's dancing around the set to this awesome band that they're witnessing. So yeah, during this pretty dodgy little exchange with the lights in and all of that shit, we have a cheeky exposition dump of one of the girls in the band's dad's just bought a condo. Would Matt the boring tosser like to go? Bring a couple of your mates. We'll have a party, a slumber party.
Yeah. Matt, when you finished organising all your white socks, what are you doing this weekend?
He's organising his sand collection.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate sand. It's
One time he
coursing
thought he
it
saw a
everywhere.
Welkin there, but it wasn't.
No.
And we get introduced to Courtney's mum, who's a bit of a fucking interesting character in and of herself, because she's a useless fucker, basically. There's a scene where she's sort of trying to build up the courage to ask her mum to go to this condo, and her mum wants to go and visit her catatonic sister in the mental hospital instead. And basically, Courtney says, "But Mum, I want to spend my birthday somewhere nice." And she literally turns around and goes, "Oh, I forgot it was your birthday. Sorry."
I forgot it was your birthday, but we really should go and see your sister.
In the hospital.
Why am I suddenly thinking of Drusilla from Buffy?
Oh, goodness.
Well, shit, I'm watching that in a minute as well.
Nice.
Whereabouts you at? Have you hit fucking the brakes on at season 4 yet? Jesus
No,
Christ.
mate, I'm we're about 2/3 of the way through series 3.
Okay, still good.
Nice.
Still good, yeah.
Yeah.
Primo.
Shit hasn't quite hit the fan yet.
No. I normally stop at the end of season 3.
Yeah. Series 2 is
Don't you dip back
Magi.
into season 5? No. What is it? You're like the second person this weekend to say to me that season 5 is not any good. It's the best season.
Is that the last one or second to last?
Third to
7,
last.
Third to last.
That's the
Right,
one with
yeah.
Glory. And all sorts of dark shit happens. Buffy's mum dies and all that lot. Spoilers. So
That one's okay. It was just vastly preoccupied with people crying about stuff. And
it's awesome. Yeah.
It's
Crying.
not. I mean, it's not as bad as Angel season 4.
Oh, God. Yeah, I watched that for the first time last year. Fucking hell, it's awful. It's
What's
like,
happening? It's the cast of Firefly. Oh, God, what are they going to do? Absolutely nothing.
It's like the worst season of anything I've ever seen.
Oh, it's
It is
fucking...
utter shite. And it just completely...
Look at him.
It just completely rips... Like, Angel isn't a very good TV show anyway. Spicy take. But
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
It is. It's stop-start. It doesn't know what it wants on the series. When it gets too dark, it goes, oh shit, better get all comical. When it gets too comical, it goes, oh, better get dark again. But one good thing they did, those first 3 seasons, was make Cordelia a great character. Because where she was at Buffy, suddenly she became this really caring, giving character. And then they have her bugger off to the Netherworld or whatever. And they bring her back as this, like, replicant. And it just completely pisses away all that
She's
good work.
pregnant, she's dangerous. And then Angel's kid turns up and fuck me, that's dull, isn't it?
I fucking hate him as well. He's like the worst character I've ever seen in a TV show ever.
Yeah. And then season 5 rolls around. Clean slate, new setup, everything's better.
Cancelled.
Cliffhanger ending, I'll give it that.
Season 5 should have been season 1.
Absolutely. That's setup, Rob, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really know what you mean, but I'm just nodding.
Just bin the rest of Angel off. Watch season 5. Angel gets turned into a puppet at one point.
It's the best episode.
Like Dream Warriors puppet situation, or...
No, like Muppets.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
That's mental.
He's a Muppet vampire.
Yeah.
And has an actual fight with a load of other Muppets, and then a real-life Spike, which is quite funny.
Jesus.
Like, season 5 should have been season 1, and it says a lot, but it took them 5 seasons to realise that.
Yep.
Which, Anyway.
Slumber Party Massacre 2,
so next in Slumber Party Massacre 2 is, I want to talk about... I'm going to brace myself to try and talk about some production design.
Brace yourself.
Because next is the scene where Courtney is talking to Matt on the phone.
Oh my god.
And we have the fucking sight of Matt's bedroom. Fuck me. When I saw this is the first time I've ever thought this. I thought, fuck. I wish we were a video podcast.
Yeah.
Because, listeners, this has to be fucking seen to be believed. Seek this shit out, honestly. Mm-hmm. Describe, if you can, Wilson, the lighting and production design of Matt's bedroom.
Oh.
If someone were to say, what did the 80s look like in Miami, this is pretty much what you would paint with an airbrush.
Yeah, pretty much. Sort of looks a bit like Zach Morris's bedroom, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. It's Poundland. I had it in my head as Poundland Manhunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, if you go on Google and you search Vaporwave album cover, you will get this. I'm pretty sure there's like a Greek head bust in the corner.
Yeah.
There's plastic plants everywhere. Yeah. There's like a sliding Japanese door in the background that's got a fucking purple lamp against it.
Yeah.
It's like... And then he just sat there in his boxers with his no shoulders.
Yeah. My favourite bit about the room is, and it's like so deliberately placed, central to screen behind his head, and it's on a tilted angle, and it's a poster of an American footballer catching a ball, and it literally says, football.
We must create the perfect environment for our male clone.
Just fucking stunning.
Yeah.
And this is the bit where I start to like throw out the idea of even considering this film as a film.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking have a rollicking time with it from here on out.
Is it satire?
It's or not is it clever enough to be satire.
The other thing I noticed about this scene as well, did you notice Courtney's hair is talking to him? It's full on, fucking hell, like an electrified lion.
It's pretty voluminous.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty
like,
voluminous.
Where did that come from? Mm-hmm. Like, not like that rest of the film. So.
No, it's an aggressive fringe going on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
aggressive, just being shagged sort of fringe.
There might
shagged
be
by a bush.
There might be a theory on why that is that way. Because the scene that immediately follows this, and presumably this was shot quickly and on a budget, I can only assume the weird, sexy dream she has next was shot on the same day or on the same time.
This would explain it. I didn't even think about it. Yeah.
And they've not reset her hair, have they?
Hair and makeup fucked off home at 3.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. So we get another weird, like, sexy / murdery dream, and we get our
clip show,
and we get our killer appearing, delivering his first line towards the end of this, which is, "Rock and roll never dies, baby."
Don't go. Where? Don't go all the way.
this guy has nothing to do with the first film.
No.
So there's no explanation then why the killer is a greased up Elvis with a guitar that's actually a power drill. Then there's like no explanation whatsoever
And why he
this is
dances
the
and
case.
sings to the camera and
Yeah.
The only link is that the killer in the first film also kills with a drill. However, he kills with a drill, a house drill.
Not a guitar drill.
Not a guitar drill.
Obviously.
No.
No.
And he's not a rock and roller. He's just an old dude who doesn't
does he
really
break
speak.
the fourth wall?
Uh,
Does he sing to the camera? or
no,
anything?
no, he doesn't really speak much. He's
Okay.
just. This is completely unrelated, and it's never explained, and that's kind of in a way why I love it. 'Cause it's just like, fuck it, none of that shit matters.
Yeah, I'll give it that. But also, they've clearly, probably not the budget, but they've clearly got time to explain it, considering
yeah.
I keep seeing the same footage over and over again with this film.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
I'm giving you a killjoy here. It's really killing the film quite quickly for me. The fact that, especially when it comes to the next scene, it's quite obvious that what we've already seen is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because everyone's about to get naked. Just in case you were bored.
Well, yeah, there is that. That'll happen, but
It's 2019, though, when we're watching this. Pornhub exists.
well, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Right, Captain fucking premium porn pass over there.
I pirate films like I'm going to pay for porn. Come on.
Slumber Party Massacre
Literally.
2. Anyway, so the next sequence is something that I think we all have a shared affection for. And this is this film's entrance, this panathon of this is the girls on the road to the condo, and they do the classic saying of the title of the film in a line of dialogue.
Which is considering the title is a work of art.
Yeah. Well, they say it's the Slumber Party weekend.
Yeah.
Two out of the three words in the title's not bad, really.
Yeah.
You'd be struggling to shoehorn Massacre in there,
It's the
wouldn't you?
Slumber Party weekend. We're going to have a massacre of a good time.
We found it hilarious they managed to maintain hype for about 6 or 7 hours on the road.
Yeah.
I'd be knackered after like 20 minutes.
By the time they're pulling up, it's like, we're going to a condo! Slumber party! It's like, fucking hell, you've been giving it the fucking Benny for like 7 hours. Shut up.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, I just want to hold it because I don't want bed.
Yeah. And Courtney has another weird dream vision thing in the car, which is it's just the same shit. You're right, Wilson. It's very repetitious, so I'm just going to skip over that because we've discussed it already. And
It's like you've been framed with film, really.
Yeah, no, it 100% is. And the next thing we have is the arrival of the girls at the condo. And again, I enjoy this film because it's just a series of inexplicable shit happening like in a row. Like the next random inexplicable shit is when Courtney gets into the condo and finds a sex doll in her bed.
Yeah, why not?
That damn pervert brother.
That's it, yeah.
Like,
that'll be it.
Is it Sheila? Your brother's been here again.
Yeah, I love the fact that they're all called like Courtney and Sheila and.
Yeah.
Is it like a sort of an in-joke they've got about the brother? Because he never turns up.
No.
But like every time she does something bad, it's like, oh yeah, we'll just blame it on my pervert brother. And it's like, is there one? Or are they just saying, yeah, pervert brother?
Well, and all the rest of them
Shaggy.
always say, oh yeah, your family are so weird. It's like, what family? We've never met them.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
Go on.
When we were at uni, and I think you bugged off to KFC, so me and Dave broke into your room, and we
You fucking pricks.
Yeah. So we got a picture of Randy Orton, stuck it on the pillow, and then we've got like a bottle and put it underneath the bed, stuck upwards,
With a bog roll next to
with
it.
a bog roll next to it, and then like a speech roll next to it. I've been waiting for you, Rob.
We had a lot of time on our hands at uni, didn't we? Let's
In
face
fact,
it.
I think Big Rich was there to help us out that
Oh,
day.
he
was.
will have been.
He was.
He will have been there.
Please
prick.
come back to the show soon, Big Rich. We miss you.
He did message me the other week and ask, well, to offer up his services any time for
Just a reminder.
another guest appearance. I said, I'll bear that in mind, but we do like to everyone to get a word in every now and again. When you future kiss my twenties. Was his response.
Mrs. Hughes. I don't even know what my accent was. Fuck it.
Next up at Slumber Party Massacre 2 is one of the scenes that fucking broke me. absolutely creased me into pieces was, again, completely out of context. Just like a random snapshot of out of context shit. We get the girls getting pissed and having a pillow fight.
God.
This is what girls do, though. And as I was explaining to Eleanor, you put more than 3 girls together in a room,
Yes.
and just all this material just appears for them to do what they need to do.
My thought of this bit was, you never see dudes doing this in the film, do you?
No.
Suddenly get taken off their boxes and having a pillow fight.
Just slapping Willy with my boxers. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so it goes on quite a while, this as well, doesn't it? It's quite a lingering sequence.
Just to point out as well, I'm right in thinking this is a female director.
Yes,
as well.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is like the first time we've done a solo female director on this podcast.
It's solo one, yeah.
Obviously, we had the Soska sisters for See No Evil too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got this like really tantalising scene, and yeah, it's not like it's a male director sort of taking advantage of some inexperienced actors just looking for work. Strip off.
Yeah. It's a woman that knows how the industry works.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
I'm going to level with you guys.
Yeah.
Take it off.
And then, and two of the lads who have not even been referenced or invited or mentioned prior to this are introduced in any way, tip up.
2 camera guys.
Yeah, the 2 camera guys, and we presume they're mates with the girls, and they literally stood outside the window, like, just having a little perv, and one literally turns to him and goes, I didn't know girls actually did this stuff. Maybe it is satire.
I don't know.
It
Seems like, at this point, it seems like a pure sex comedy or something more like Animal House.
Yeah, it's a little bit National Lampoons, isn't it?
It is, incredibly.
So the next thing that happens is the camera department find their way in through the back door, and
do they now?
Mrs. And they jump out on old Sheila, who is just about to put her bra back on.
Just about getting there. She's getting there, isn't she?
And wrestle her to the ground and do the classic pretend jump scare situation that every slasher film also has to have, just ticking him off.
Then just holds her down a little bit too aggressively and for a little bit too long for me to be alright with his existence in this film.
Yes.
Everyone's kind of laughing, but at the same time...
He's not letting go though, is he?
No.
But it's alright because they're bonking afterwards, so... That's okay.
Yes, and how on earth did this golem-like creature in his tie-dye pink fucking shitty t-shirt manage such Everest heights as this? I don't understand.
He's punching, is what he's doing.
Sheila really loves cinematography.
That must be it. Yeah.
Women do quite like camera guys, I think. I don't know why.
Yeah,
You'd
they
have
do.
to ask a woman.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? It's the obvious thing to do in film.
Go on, Dave, expand on that.
Well, I'm an actor. Oh, really? What have you been in? So, I'm a camera guy. Oh, really? What have you done? Well, I just filmed some forklift videos, and I once stood outside Pinewood when they were filming Game of Thrones, and just kind of kept being asked to I just kept trying to sneak in with some coffees, to be honest. Oh, that's so sexy. What'd you do on a film? Oh, I'm a sound guy. Travelled back in time and literally was the boom up on the original Superman films. I even body doubled for Superman once. Oh, that's really lame, yeah.
So you're basically a nerd with a keyboard.
Yeah.
Not quite. Okay.
Fuck camera guys.
No, bless it. So as you rightly say, Wilson, we're straight to the rummaging, aren't we?
Yep.
How was this rummage rank?
Well, it was off screen, so not out of 10.
Not out of 10?
Yeah.
Not out of 10.
Need more visual information.
Implied penetration is not penetration.
Oh, dear.
So, Valerie is in bed. I think Matt's next to her, but we've not done out.
Yeah.
And...
No, she's got a drummer next to her, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah, because he's not there yet.
Yeah,
Matt's
he's not turned up.
sorry.
I know that you wouldn't notice the difference if he did turn up. But.
Yeah, I think it quickly cuts into Matt because she's back in dreamy, sleepy
Right,
land.
yeah, okay, yeah.
And it quickly turns into our...
Just hold on a minute, Chris. Let's see what Rob's up to.
Amy's just sent me a cat picture.
Oh, let's have a look.
Fucking share, come on.
This is no use for the listeners, but
Yeah, fuck them, though.
There you go.
Oh, what sausage.
There you go.
Oh, blanket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Loves that blanket. Look
I
how
use
happy.
I am very satisfied.
I give it 10 blankets out of 10.
Are you happy, Lucille? I don't know.
So yeah, the whoever turns into the rock and roll guy, and she somehow ends up waking up in on the kitchen floor.
Yep.
Don't know how, she just does.
Just fucking happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then we get some background information the next day on how it sort of like an incident happened to Courtney when she was 12, which of course is alluding to Valerie.
Yeah, the events of the first film.
Yeah, that's right.
And next day they're by the pool, aren't they, when this chat's happening? Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, this scene makes me uncomfortable because you got TJ's his name. I think he's like...
This is the dickhead, isn't it?
This is the absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
Who just casually decides to sexually assault Courtney for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And then lobs her in the pool.
And lobs her in the pool.
She can't really swim.
Not really.
And just kind of stands there.
Yeah.
So sexual assault and attempted murder in one go.
Yeah.
He is a fucking cretin. He really is.
Better underwater work than Jaws 3 here, though, lads.
Yes.
Getting it in.
Getting a high bar, though, is it?
No, it's the lowest of bars, mate. It's basically the equivalent of just removing the bar altogether and just walking through.
Yeah.
It's what's happened there.
Quick movie survey. There's a lot of films with people called CJ and TJ in them, right?
Yes, mate. Thousands.
Have any of those characters ever been likeable?
Not that
Hey,
I can remember.
CJ! Oh, brilliant. CJ's going to be a bit of a knob.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Dawn of the Dead remake. He's a knob, but he's alright, isn't he?
Yeah.
The one exception.
Yeah.
So there's got to be an exception to the rule, though, hasn't there?
Absolutely, always.
Just the one, though.
Mm-hmm.
We have... I'm trying to think... the reason I paused there is trying to think how best to describe the next sort of few sequences in this film. Basically, the batshit dial just gets bobbed up a little bit, and we get rapid fire. Courtney visualising a severed hand in a burger, which was seen earlier.
Yeah.
Fucking funny, that.
It was funny, in all fairness.
That's a lot of ketchup.
Yeah, we're like proper ticking the cliche boxes here. There's so many cliche moments flying at me that I actually can't even pick one. I'm just going to say the cliche moment of this week was Slumber Party Massacre 2 in its entirety, I think.
Ooh.
I'm just going to because there's just too much happening all at once. Like you get the hilarious hamburger, then straight off hamburger, yeah. Then straight off the heels of that we get sexy car washing.
Oh, yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did like that scene.
Then you get more band practice.
And then contender for my favourite scene, well, my second favourite scene of the film, probably this.
I think this is probably mine as well.
The chicken attack.
Yes.
Talk us through the chicken attack, Wilson.
So Courtney goes to open the fridge, and suddenly a giant, well, not even a giant, just a chicken with its cooked chicken,
Spring-loaded
with its arms flopping about, attacks her, like tries to smother her. She wrestles it away, and she runs to get help. And when they go back, it's just a pathetic-looking cooked chicken on the floor, isn't it?
It's great. It's a bit gross, though, isn't it? Because like the blood starts coming out of the severed neck of the fucking chicken. It's like,
it does.
Put me off chicken for about 10 minutes. That
It did me. I think I was eating chicken at the time.
you probably were. You usually
Nothing
are.
put me off chicken.
They call him the Chick King.
Yeah, so that I enjoyed that bit so much that I actually wrote that note in all capitals. A chicken comes to life and attacks Courtney. 2 exclamation marks on that one. Enjoyed it.
So, of course, this is just that she probably is hungover, so she should have a nice bath, so all the craziness goes away, obviously.
Yeah.
Go upstairs and pour some water so we can have another set piece.
Yeah. And so we go to the moment that's replayed for most in all the clips before and afterwards.
Yes.
So I can't say it was too much of a shock anyway, but, you know, of course, when you've got running water in a film, inevitably it's going to be blood.
It's a bloodbath, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she freaks out. She has a bloodbath. She freaks out. Sally, the blonde girl, comes running upstairs to see if she's okay. No blood anywhere.
No.
But and I'm going to let you take this one, Dave. Sally has a zit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does. Sally, who is the mum of one of the other girls in the band. Yeah, she's been banging on about like a zit that she can feel coming throughout the entire thing. And then, you just assume it's being a ditzy blonde in the 80s sort of thing. And then the zit gets a bit bigger from, what's she called? Courtney's perspective. And then gets bigger, and then gets bigger, and then kind of turns into some kind of thing-like transformation.
Yeah.
Which, very good effects, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Good
nice.
effects, yeah.
But then, obviously, she's still talking like there's nothing wrong with her sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then she pops.
It just explodes.
Just goes bang.
In Courtney's face.
Yeah. Which
fucking gross.
God. Fucking disgusting.
It's pretty good gross out horror, though, that.
Yeah, it's nasty, yeah.
You can't really call out the chicken for being disgusting when this happens right after.
No. And the makeup is bang on as well.
Yeah.
It looks
great
horrific.
work, in all fairness.
Yeah. I nearly shundered, to be honest with you. It was fucking gross. And then Courtney comes round and Sally's disappeared and useless tosser Matt comes running up the stairs to console her.
Yeah, so Matt's finally shown up after all this time.
Yeah.
With his shorts and his no shoulders.
Yeah.
Football.
For God's sake, man, do some lateral raises.
Yeah, you prick.
Even I do them.
I know you do. I can tell.
Thank you. I can't lift any weight on it, but, you know.
Smile.
It all counts, lads. All counts.
Still hench, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not be sat next to you, Wilson, if I'm honest with you. It does halt my progress slightly when I compare myself to, you know, Hulk Hogan over here.
That's a bit harsh. He's not Hulk Hogan.
It's more like Lex Luger.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Yeah, the narcissist Chris Wilson.
Yeah, Lex Luger's best gimmick, but fuck Lex Luger. I hate him and everything that's ever come out of his career.
Oh.
Dear, oh dear.
Slumber Party Massacre 2. Slumber Party Massacre 2.
The man suffered a spinal stroke. That's just
yeah, well, I wouldn't wish that on him, but, you know, he was a terrible wrestler. Slumber Party Massacre 2. So, yeah, Sally seems to have disappeared. Everyone thinks Courtney's mental. And Sexy Matt tells her to go and lie down. And then they all troop through to the kitchen. For some reason, everyone's just following everyone around now. Like, they all just travelling.
Yeah.
It's like, you might not identify with this so much, Dave, because I know you're not a football fan. Wilson, you might.
I think I know what analogy you're going to go with here.
It's like when kids play football and everyone chases the ball.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, Dave.
I played football as a kid. I know what you're doing.
But it is exactly like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just all move from room to room together, like fucking geese in a flock. And then they all make their way to the kitchen randomly for no reason. And then someone points out that the trash compactor's on, but nobody.
This is weird. Yeah.
Nobody does anything about it. They ring the cops instead.
So lost here.
But so because the trash compactor's on and nobody knows why it's on, who's put anything in there, why it would be wearing away.
Yeah.
So, but none of them have the balls to actually check if it's the remains of Sally, so we just call the police instead.
Yeah.
It's a massive jump.
At what point does it become potentially the remains of Sally?
Because Sally's gone missing.
She disappears.
And
so logically she's in the garbage compactor.
In all fairness to all my friends apart from Dickhead, they are all basically taking Courtney on her word. They're not. They don't think she's completely crazy. Probably think she's overreacting to something, but they're not dismissing her word fully. In all fairness, so that's why they buy into the idea of bloody hell, someone shoved Sally down a trash compactor. Of course,
yeah. And I'm just stood there, sat there, even thinking, what the fuck is a trash compactor?
Yeah,
why is it
Americanism, isn't it? That
I think we covered this in Amityville Horror 4. So you know the scene in Amityville Horror 4, the award-winning film, where he puts his hand down the sink and he has his arm ripped off.
Right.
That's the trash compactor.
Oh, because like this thing in this film looks like a dishwasher.
Yeah, it's like a dishwasher type compartment.
Yeah, because you have to open them up and empty them once your trash is all in them.
Yeah. See, I thought it was like just a thing with some pneumatic presses in that literally compressed everything and just spat out a big brick of metal.
No, it's
not a car crusher.
Well,
similar theory.
It's not Star Wars.
So yeah, we get again for the second episode in a row, and for the amount of times I've lost count of, we get Shit Cop turning up. So we've got Courtney Bates, and now we've got Officer Kruger.
Who's his partner though?
I don't know. I think he's just
Officer Myers.
Yeah, Officer Myers. Yeah.
Is it Officer Myers or is it Officer Craven?
It's one of the two.
It is one of the two.
Played by one of the sound lads, I think, this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Standing in the corner out the way.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Everyone's...
that guy should get a grip.
Jesus fucking
You're dragging us down, Willy. You're sandbagging.
So, yeah. And basically, midway through, all the kids, telling Officer Kruger that they've got a missing friend. Sally tips up again. She walks through the door. She's like, "Oh, I just went shopping and I met a cute guy and I fucked him."
Just like that. Yeah, I love it.
Basically, exactly what happens.
No, I was his cock right up me.
Were.
And so the police start complaining, "You just wasted $200 of the taxpayers' money."
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it was cheap back then, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
Does establish, though, the lack of trust now that this officer has for them for something happens later on. So that's,
They had to get that in somewhere, but the way they got to it was incredibly contrived.
Hey!
They could have got something a bit stronger in there, like, I don't know, actually seeing blood come out of the trash compactor, but it turns out to be a cat or something. I don't know, something.
Or a box of tomato juice.
Yeah, something a bit more visual to make him actually believe something's in there.
Exactly, yeah. So, after this, fucking wet lettuce Matt brings Courtney a birthday cake, and they have a snog, and a potential rummage starts to get underway, doesn't it, Wilson?
Yeah.
But the wrong kind of drilling happens.
Yeah, so this is where we have the sudden leap of our Elvis drill guy becoming a reality.
Yeah.
With no reason why that's suddenly happening.
Nope.
But yeah, he's the rummage denier in this case.
Yeah.
Because Mike, whatever the hell he's called, gets a drill right through his back.
Right up him.
Yeah,
right up him, right through his heart, etc.
Can I just say, can you please honour us with the mic with Wilson's, what did you say, rummage what?
Rummage denier.
Rummage denier, please.
I need to think of a setup for this. No, I can't think of a narrative. Rummage denier.
It's good. It's really good.
An evil unleashed on an innocent sorority house. Rummage denier. You'll need more than a condom to block this cock.
Yeah, I mean that's in so many ways. That is the only review we needed to do of this film.
Yeah, turds, popcorns. I'm done.
Oh dear. So Matt's fucked off, and then I think this is the first time I've heard the other bloke who's just there referred to by name, and I believe his
Polo shirt Jeff.
I believe his name's Keith. I actually think his name's Keith, and he gets drilled in the leg.
What's he called? What name first comes to mind? Fuck it. Keith. My dad's called Keith. Let's do it, Keith.
Let's do it.
Right, you're Keith, mate. All right. Oh.
So yeah, he's Keith now. Anyway, so Keith gets tagged in the leg, and so then everyone runs again. Kids football. Everyone runs together through to the kitchen to try and call the police. Apart from Sally.
Yes, this scene is just weird. She just stands there. Then she moves along a bit and just stands there again.
Yeah. She's got to line herself up with the phone at the other side of the wall to make this shot work, though, hasn't she?
In all fairness, that transition is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the way they get to it, it should have tried something different.
Yeah.
The door is right next to her.
Yes.
People are about 1.5 feet away from her.
Yeah.
She literally could have run out of the house.
Come on! Come on! Look, try it!
which she does.
Kudos to them, though, for finding a way to render telephone communication impossible without having a shot of a cut wire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they've done it in the most hilarious, over-the-top way possible.
Yeah. There's just like a prop hand the other side of that wall, just throwing chunks of steak through a hole. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. It's very chunky, the kills in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Very, like every time he takes someone out and he stops the drill, it's just like chunks just hanging off.
And then he gives it another spin now and again to get bits
flies off. Oh,
Booty.
so then Knobhead, is it, what's his name?
CJ.
CJ.
I thought it was TJ.
CJ, something with a J anyway. BJ. Tosser goes to retrieve...
Oh, is it TJ? Sorry, I
think it's TJ.
Yeah. Everyone splits up here, don't they? And runs off in different directions.
Scooby-Doo
style, yeah. And TJ, BJ, CJ, EJ... MJ.
Ow!
Decides to go back into the house to retrieve the car keys and get into the car and do one with the two girls that he's with.
TJ, have you got your car keys? No, I'm wearing jeans.
Do you get it?
No.
Car keys?
Oh, fuck off. You wanker, that's terrible. Get out.
Oh, no, come on.
Oh, mate.
But that deserves a mega ho for that one.
That does, yeah.
That was
good.
whole train, in fact.
Like set behind like an atomic bomb going off.
Yeah. So yeah, they get the keys, they all dive in the car, they set off, and of course he's in the back seat, isn't he?
Why can't they go around the house? Why do they have to go through the house again?
Don't know. Not a clue.
Because Slumber Party Massacre 2, mate.
Terrace houses, terrace condos, that's it.
Yeah, the lapsing logic of like...
Yeah, terrace condos, that's it.
Yeah.
There's three people that get into that car and they all get in the front. They're like, something's in the back here, isn't it?
And the doors are wide, like, open.
Yeah.
And at no point does he go...
Classic, yeah. So it's goodbye for CJ, BJ, GJ,
Bye.
MJ.
No, it's Keith that gets the tag out.
No,
TJ's
Keith's the one with the wounded leg.
No, yeah.
He's off running around with the other girl.
I'm sure that's TJ.
No, TJ's... I've got it noted down. I think TJ
really?
gets tagged out.
He gets the tag, he gets drilled through the back of the seat.
Either the one with the shit tash.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have the Courtney finds a phone that works and hasn't been drilled.
Yep.
And rings the police, and it's our mate Kruger. Who picks up and basically tells her, to paraphrase Chris Wilson, tells her to fuck right off, doesn't he?
1, 2, not coming for you. Bye!
And then we cut back to...
The weirdest bit of a film by far.
The best bit of the fucking film by far, mate, is the... Are we referring to the rock and roll dance number in the front room from the car?
We are, yeah. I think someone's watched For Young Ones, and that...
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Just fucking Alexi Sale.
I spent a good 2 minutes just sat laughing at this, though. It was fucking... This was the reason I picked this film, to be honest with you, because it's on the trailer. I thought, I'd like to see the context of that. Turns out there is no context to anything.
Not at all, no.
They just had 3 minutes to fill, so we thought, yeah, why not?
I love the fact that he carries the number off while he's chasing Sheila upstairs, and the other two guys have barricaded themselves into a bedroom, and it takes him about 6 hours to try and move the thing to get her into safety.
Just this empty little drawer thing.
Yeah.
That weighs fucking nothing.
Exactly. And he's just like moving up the corridor, doing a bit of dancing.
Yeah.
She doesn't bother to run away from him. And he's just like 3 minutes of him just going, hey.
And then they move the drawer thing out of the way so she can actually get into safety.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, hang on, it sounds like Fonzie's outside. So then they spend another 2 minutes shuffling it back in front of the door. Fuck you, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay out there. Oh, man.
Yeah, so she gets the tag, doesn't she, now?
Yeah.
Quite, like... It's not seen particularly on camera, but this is the one where it has a really good multiple drilling going on.
Yeah. It's not a good way to go, is it?
No, it's Kel Savage. That's what it is.
Spicy take, though, here.
Yep.
I'm not impressed by how the kills are quite monotonous. It's the same kill every time.
Yeah, it is.
It's the guitar, it's the drill, it's stabbing through, you know. There's no variation to what he does. Which is very unfortunate, I thought.
Yeah. No, you're right. You are right. I mean, it's
whole production budget went on that fucking guitar there. With
exactly. Got to make use of that, mate. That must have been,
yeah.
and his costume as well. That must have been pretty much the entire costume and art department budget spent. The girls escape through a window, and then they're running along a balcony, and then it cuts to the killer dude who's inexplicably managed to get on top of the roof, and he shreds on top of the roof. And says, I can't get no satisfaction.
Yes.
Better than The Exorcist 2, though, isn't it, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At least reference something better than the Rolling Stones.
I feel
Whoa,
like...
that's spicy.
No, it's not. They're shit.
Oh!
What? Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
They are shit.
Fuck off.
Fucking bollocks.
Yeah.
They're shit now, because they're fucking ancient.
Nah, they've always been shit.
Yeah,
fucking better than the Beatles. Whoa!
Well, yeah.
Nah, at least the Beatles innovated stuff. Rolling Stones just nicks from every other blues artist.
The only fucking thing the Beatles innovated was the use of hallucinogenic drugs. Alright? Fuck all that noise. I love the Beatles, but I'm a Rolling Stones man. Fuck both of you.
I mean, he's wrong, though, isn't he?
That's fine, I don't mind being wrong. I don't want to be right. Slumber Party Massacre 2. So there's more. Now, is this Dave? You're a musician.
Am I?
I've got this written down here as rockabilly stalking because it sounds like rockabilly that he's playing.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I'm not a musical expert because I like the Rolling Stones. So
it is rockabilly. It was coming back into fashion in the 80s.
Yeah.
So like if you listen to film soundtracks that are in the vein of this, so like Return of the Living Dead.
Yes.
1 and 2, there's a couple of sneaky rockabilly tracks on there.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's not particularly out of context in this movie.
Right.
It's just, it doesn't gel with the rest of the film, which makes it weird and wonderful, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a thing of the time, in fact.
Right.
Greasers were kind of back for a bit.
Good.
Yeah.
There you go. See, it's nice to have a bit of context sometimes, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Dave brings that to the table, doesn't he?
Lovely.
That and a lovely mic.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, this kind of feels like some team of elite Japanese scientists just poured a load of VHS tapes of American culture into a massive machine, and it just spat this out, and then it was used as education material for what America's actually like.
I'm sure there's a few Japanese films where they use a guitar as a weapon like that.
I'll bring up Wild Zero again.
Fantastic. I still need to see that.
With the sword inside the guitar that cuts the spaceship in half.
Strong, fucking strong. Can't wait to see that.
Does it have a sequel?
No, one only.
Damn it.
The band that are in it do tour the UK, though.
Ooh.
Guitar Wolf.
Best name.
Best name.
Yep.
Slumber Party Massacre 2, anyway.
Yeah.
So we're getting towards the climactic... I use the term climactic in its loosest possible form. Sequences here where we're down to Amy, I believe is the name of the
Amy
girl.
and Courtney.
And Courtney, yeah. So Amy gets the big tag off a ledge. Mixing it up here, Wilson doesn't get drilled, gets shanked off a ledge.
Yeah, and she takes a pretty brutal slash mark right before that as well.
Yeah, across her back.
Across her back, it's really fucking brutal, actually.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah. Mixing it up. No drilling for her. She gets
Yeah.
Shanked off the roof.
They kick over a lot of Black & Decker workbenches here, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of very fragile-looking wood.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I've banged my knee on a few of them in my time, and it's... well, I don't know how strong they are. But...
Your knee moves before that does.
Yes, it does, yeah. Strong ladies, strong women.
Yes, strong, independent women.
Absolutely.
You don't need no man.
Absolutely not.
And they do not also need any workbenches. So yeah, we're down to the Courtney and our killer bloke now. Anyways, Courtney makes it to the roof. Driller killer follows, and she happens upon a gas canister.
Yeah.
And means to light it, which is handy.
A Black & Decker blowtorch.
Yeah, it's like a blowtorch, isn't it? Yeah, and she, with a minimum of fuss and resistance, sets him on fire and shanks him off the top of the roof.
Yeah.
Mate, if only you'd said, "Baby, light my fire."
Yeah.
If only you'd said that.
Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the Doors?
As a band?
Yes.
Don't mind them.
Fair.
Yeah, don't mind them. You know, I mean, I like the song, I can't remember what it's called, the one from Apocalypse Now.
The end.
The end,
Yeah. That's good.
People are strange.
Yeah,
the
good
Doors,
tune.
isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind the Doors.
Yeah. Jim Morrison doing pretty well. He had a good run in Lucha Underground. Motherfucker.
Now listen. Yeah.
So no, this ain't no make-believe. Or is it? Because Courtney, she goes to check on her friend who's miraculously okay.
Yeah.
But then she starts cackling. And oh no, Courtney's in the mental hospital.
Yeah, and so we're left kind of like without any explanation as to whether this was all a dream, whether she just had a meltdown and imagined all of this, whether it actually happened, or whether she's the killer.
Yeah.
Or whether we're still halfway through the film and she's dreaming still.
Yeah. I think they just ran out of money.
They did, yes. Although they do have an impressive final shot, which is of the drill coming up through the floor. Very like that. It's like a stark final image of a film. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Room with all the diagonal walls and shit. That was quite nice.
Yeah. Very expressionist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Very Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yes, exactly. I think that's what we're going for. I hope.
Yeah. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
We shall do.
Yes. So that, lads, was Slumber Party Massacre 2.
So I that.
It was what I expected and kind of wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Which was fucking ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Basically, that wasn't like soul destroying.
No, and it held my attention throughout. I mean, we were up till 3 watching it.
It was nice and short.
Yes, and every time you check in your watch, you look back up, and then there's someone in a bikini just soaping a car down.
Yeah,
and you're like, all right, fair enough. At least you know what you are.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
least you're aware that I might have been bored at this point and just slap someone else up there to make me go, oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus, you know, the hamburger.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Sex doll jokes all over the place.
Exactly, yeah. It was, you know, I thought the sex doll jokes were a bit overblown now. Final thoughts. I will go to Chris Wilson first.
You punctured the whole podcast, don't you? With this one, I enjoyed discussing it more than I enjoyed watching it.
Right.
I think, I guess due to limitations of a budget, trying to make it look more exciting when fucking about with it in post, I think they give too much away in those dream sequences / previews of what's to come.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't give away, like, the final sequence, for example, but I think because you're sort of waiting for things to happen that you've seen, it ruins a lot of the tension because I can sort of see what's going on, what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a few little fun things in there, but I think it's one of those cases where, I mean, you showed me the trailer for it, and
the trailer was it. You could have left it.
All the good stuff's in the trailer, 100%.
Yeah, I would have just been happy to have left out the trailer. In all fairness, the trailer is well put together, but it, like the first minute of the film, it gives everything away.
Yeah.
Great selling job from that trailer, though.
Oh yeah, fantastic job. I was really looking forward to this. So this is like one of the more bigger disappointments for me.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed as well. I mean, to be honest with you, not as much as you, because I'm kind of. It was so ridiculous, and it just threw so much shit at the wall, and it just knew what it was, and it knew that was not to be taken seriously. I kind of got a little bit more on board with that.
Yeah.
What are your final thoughts, Dave?
Like I say, it knew when to just shout at me to wake me up, sort of thing. I was entertained throughout.
Yeah.
The issue with the main threat, I guess, is that they just take a bit from later in the film and then splice it and then bob it in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like there's no setup to it as such, other than, oh Lord, he coming. Who is?
Somebody.
And then you get to a petrol station. Oh Lord, he coming. So you're just kind of waiting for it to decide when, oh Lord, he coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, mate.
So it was just telling me that something was going to happen rather than sort of implying or showing.
Yeah.
And all the different sort of crossover dream sequences, reality stuff, felt like it was just nicked from their other favourite films.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, ooh, go run a bath. Ooh, go fill the trash compactor. Ooh, go and get some raw meat out the fridge. Ooh, why don't you go over there and just teeter precariously next to the pool?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, basically, isn't it? If at all.
It's just like someone walking in front of the screen and going, shut up.
And
Then there's a bit of blood and guts and payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, mate. 100%.
Good fun, though. I had fun.
Yeah, it was a giggle.
I stayed awake till 3 watching it. I mean,
That's fair enough.
not many
Given
other
your
things
recent
can do that.
schedule, Dave, that's fair enough. Yes, it's time to dole out the turds and popcorns, isn't it? So I'll swing back to Chris Wilson for your turds first of all.
Right, you smell what you shoveling.
Nice.
Turds. It's a weird one because for a film of its era, they did a pretty decent job with the low budget they probably had.
Yep.
So, like, all the actual gory stuff and such was very well done. I just think the problem was the kills from our Elvis guy were quite monotonous in the end. And as you said, the setups and the payoffs were pretty forced.
Signposted with a sledgehammer.
Yes, that's probably another way of putting it.
They literally showed you them before they told you them.
Yes, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But saying that though, technically speaking, I thought it was all very sound, so I might just go for like 4 turds.
Wow, okay, that's a lot less than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But popcorns, though, 3.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, as like I said, it gave away too much very quickly, and I was bored watching it for the most part. It got a lot better 10 minutes towards the end when it started going into stuff I wasn't expecting. But even for a 75-minute film, it felt a lot longer before those final 10 minutes. It felt like it was an hour 50.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Fair,
so I've
mate.
got to say about it.
Yeah.
Dave Walker, turds.
I have seen things that tried a lot harder that were a lot shitter.
Right, yeah.
It really had a go at something. I don't know what it was having a go at.
Yeah.
Every different crew member and writer and director and editor seems to be pulling in a different direction. It's like no one talked to each other. There's influences from Evil Dead in there. There's bits and bats from all over the place. I can feel the Carnosaur vibe as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, Elvis Man did not fight a forklift truck at the end. Or eat a phone box. Yeah. But should have done, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I don't know. I quite enjoyed the rough and ready production value and they just made a film.
Yep.
So I'm going to say 3 turds as well.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's particularly shit. I think it's fine.
Right, yeah, okay.
Bit shit.
Bit it.
Shagdo.
What are you saying on the popcorns front?
It held my attention till 3 a.m. I'm going to say 6.
Fair. Fair. Decent scoring.
Interesting.
Decent scoring.
I don't think I enjoyed it the way it intended me to enjoy it, but
You enjoyed it in a way, which is, you know,
Which is a way.
Yes.
a result in itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoop!
Turds.
Poop.
I think, looking at it objectively, I think this is quite turdy.
Yes, objectively speaking, it's shit.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with... I'm not going to do a Dave and split a percentage point. I'll go with 6 turds.
Okay.
6 turds. I'm hovering between 6 and 7.
Yeah, I'm feeling your nice little dig there as well. Yeah, great.
Love that, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go with 6 turds. Basically, just because it is shit. It's fun shit, but it is shit.
Yeah.
Popcorn-wise, I had, same as you, Dave, I had a relatively good time with this.
Yeah. You don't need to be objective. It's your own popcorn rate, and don't worry about what Willy's going to think. Look,
I think I'd have to. I'm going to go a 6 and a 6.
6 and a 6.
6 and a 6. Yeah, I had a 6 level fun with it.
Okay. Yeah.
I vaguely approve.
Well, I'll take that as best as I'm going to get, isn't it?
Vaguely as is. Okay. Yeah.
And on that note, that's another episode
Down the drain.
down the drain.
Or the trash compactor.
So thank you all very much for listening once again. And it is goodbye from Chris Wilson.
Well, don't want to know what Dave's picking first.
Oh God, yeah, we better add. Well, no, not really. We'll just wrap it up and go home.
Bye!
Dave, go on then. You're next in the porcelain chair. Tell us all about it.
How's this for a tagline?
When terror is alive, evil never dies.
Oh, sounds good, Dave. What is it?
It is Bram Stoker's Legend of the Mummy 2.
Oh, that's a title with a lot of problems, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's got an Incan temple in the Egyptian desert.
Oh, good.
So that's what you want, isn't it? All the artwork stretched. Animated menu as a special feature. You guys didn't get to see the animated menu, but fuck me when we blasted that on in our hotel room. And the mummy's eye blinks on the menu.
Whoa.
It's like I'm watching a Blu-ray.
And how can people watch this film? For our fans that like to watch ahead of listening to the episodes.
You can hit your boy up for a Dropbox link.
So if you contact us at CineMortuary on Twitter,
Yes.
or Instagram, or CineMortuary Podcast on Facebook, we'll make Dave do copies for everyone.
CineMortuary@gmail.com if I want to be a bit more discreet.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And as I will reveal in my episode next, if you want to go to any charity shop in Whitby, you can find yourself a copy of this extremely hard film to find.
Well, I'm going to wrap this up for real now.
Yeah, goodbye him first again.
I've already said it.
He's done. Yeah, so once you said goodbye, it's goodbye from you, Dave.
Bye-bye.
It's bye from me. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my baby, Willy. Willy, my baby, goodbye. Don't forget, you can follow us and keep up with all our updates at CineMortuary on Twitter, /CineMortuary on Facebook, and of course at CineMortuary on Instagram. I don't know how you do pictures of podcasts, but we're going to do that anyway.